All right, the Attorney General just signed the final rule. We finally have a direct, individualized route to restore your federal firearm rights. In this explainer, we're breaking down exactly how you navigate the DOJ's new Section 925C action plan.
So the real question is, are you ready? Because the clock is officially starting. This rule creates a concrete path to apply for relief from federal firearm disabilities. Let's look at exactly what you need to do right now to prepare.
Just to set a quick baseline, a federal firearm prohibition basically means federal law currently prevents you from legally possessing or receiving firearms or ammunition. You've got to figure out exactly why you're prohibited first. Is it a felony, a misdemeanor crime of domestic violence? You need to know if this specific federal process actually applies to you.
Okay, here's the timeline that triggers the application window. Yes, the Attorney General signed the rule, but the official version is the one published in the Federal Register. Once that hits, count exactly 30 days. After those 30 days, DOJ starts accepting applications. The biggest takeaway here, start preparing right now. And preparing means you absolutely must know your important dates. We're talking your exact conviction date, your release from incarceration, and the day you completed probation, parole, or supervision. Oh, and pin down dates for any later arrests or protective orders too. These dates are absolutely crucial because they're used to calculate your mandatory waiting periods.
Right, because different criminal records trigger what the DOJ calls presumptive periods. Basically, they presume you shouldn't get your rights back until a specific amount of time has passed. So expect a 5-year presumption for certain non-violent felonies and a 10-year presumption for things like drug trafficking or domestic violence misdemeanors. And obviously, extremely serious offenses, like homicide or terrorism, face much stronger presumptions.
Section 1. Building your evidence package. Focus only on what you need to gather.
Go ahead and start one application folder right now. You're building a massive documentary record to prove your rehabilitation. You need to request official records from the specific courts where your cases were originally handled. We're talking charging documents, plea agreements, judgments, sentencing records, and proof that your entire sentence actually ended. Gather any prior expungements or pardons too. And if your case involves the military or mental health, you're going to need special records like a DD-214.
There's also this strict 25-year rule. You have to provide criminal history reports from every single state where you've lived since turning 18 or during the last 25 years, whichever is shorter. Plus, any state where you were arrested during that time. You really need to request these statewide checks immediately to avoid delays. Now, what if you're dealing with really old records that are genuinely unavailable and it's completely not your fault? Don't panic. The rule actually allows you to submit a sworn statement. You'll just need to explain exactly what happened, how the case ended, your proven attempts to get those missing files, and why they simply can't be found.
But look, knowing where you stand before investing your time and money is crucial. Before you spend money gathering everything, go to fedgunrights.com and check your eligibility. Then go to legalgangster.com and get the 925C Made Simple Workbook.
Section 2. Fingerprints, references, and fees. The human elements of your background check.
So identity verification is totally non-negotiable. You're going to need fingerprints, which the rule estimates will run you about $50. Initially, fingerprinting is going to be handled through participating USPS locations following DOJ instructions. Or you can submit an electronic scan or 2 FBI FD1222 fingerprint cards. You also need exactly 3 character references. And there are strict rules here. They cannot be related to you by blood or marriage, they must have known you for at least 3 years, and they can't be federally prohibited themselves. Choose these people wisely because they're legally swearing under penalty of perjury about your character, your conduct, and your lack of violence or substance abuse. And there's a mandatory application fee of $30. Though if you are facing indigency, the regulations do permit you to request a waiver or a fee reduction, which really helps keep the process accessible. Section 3. The DOJ review process. Evaluating the whole person. When the Department of Justice actually sits down to scrutinize your package, they're trying to answer 2 overarching questions. Would this person pose a danger to public safety? And would restoring federal firearm rights be consistent with the public interest? Every single document you submit has to push them toward a resounding yes.
To get to that yes, the DOJ evaluates the whole person. They look way beyond just your old conviction. They're examining all arrests, dismissed cases, protective orders, any threatening behavior, substance use, mental health history, and your compliance with past supervision. They're basically looking for concrete proof of your overall character and rehabilitation.
And remember, you'll be making your own sworn affirmations under penalty of perjury. Tell the truth, do not hide requested information. Making material, false statements, or just omitting facts can cause your relief to be voided entirely. It's simply not worth it.
Section 4. Submitting and next steps. Following instructions to the letter.
When applications open, you need to follow the DOJ instructions exactly. Submit the application, the records, your fingerprints, the 3 references, pay the fee or request that waiver, and save a complete copy for yourself. If the DOJ says your application is incomplete, you generally have exactly 30 days to correct it, so you gotta act fast. Just know, the final rule does not guarantee a decision timeframe. Processing times are gonna vary wildly based on how complex your case is.
Now, this distinction is undeniably critical. Successful 925C relief removes the specific federal firearm prohibition. It does not automatically erase a separate state-level prohibition. If your state independently bans you from possessing a firearm, a federal win doesn't instantly change that state law.
If you're approved, awesome. Your grant is published in the Federal Register. But if you're denied, Section 925C allows you to seek judicial review in the U.S. District Court where you live. This is your formal legal recourse, which is exactly why submitting a perfectly documented initial filing is absolutely vital.
Start preparing now. Know why you are prohibited, know your dates, locate your records, and identify your references. Check eligibility at fedgunrights.com and get the 925C Made Simple workbook at legal-gangster.com. The door to restoring your federal rights is finally open, but will you be one of the few prepared enough to actually walk through it?